Alright, guys, so we're back yet again. We're going to be doing another movie review, and today we're going to be reviewing Skeletons in the Closet. This is a 2024 film. Very, very interesting film, to say the least. We got a good lineup here. We got Valerie Ortiz, we got Terrence Howard, we got Cuba Gooding Jr., we got Clifton Powell, and among many others. And going into this film, I was like, okay, what was I didn't know what I was expecting. I was expecting like a paranormal kind of movie, having to fight a spirit, or some maybe they moved on bad land, maybe whatever. But the entirety of this story is based around Terrence Howard's character and Valerie Ortiz, who plays his wife Valentina. So Mark, who's played by Terrence Howard, he is a working man. He's trying to take care of his wife, his daughter, and his daughter has been going through remission in cancer, and unfortunately, she gets it again, and it just destroys the family. Obviously, anyone that has gone through that, again, you have my thoughts and prayers with you. But the entirety of the film, it's just one thing after another. He thinks he's going to get a promotion, and he doesn't. He actually gets let go. Then his daughter gets cancer again. He tries to get her a puppy, and it just does only so much to try to keep her spirits up. His brother gets out of jail, and who's played by Cuba Gooding Jr., which has been a long time since I've seen him in a film as well. Again, with his legal trouble that he's had in real life. And so he's trying to find money because he knows that, again, they're going to need money for his daughter's operation or chemo, everything of that nature. And is there a chance she's going to be able to survive this? And even though his wife's a nurse, there's only going to be so much money. Now, during that whole time frame, his wife keeps seeing a spirit, and she doesn't know exactly what she's seeing. And during the movie, I'm like, okay, is she a medium? Yeah, does she have like a psychic type of connection? And she never really told anyone, or she didn't know. And of course, her husband thinks she's going nuts, or she's having a mental breakdown due to their daughter, which again, rightfully so. And then his brother introduces him to some mob people to try to get money from, and they start harassing him. They start trying to find out where he lives. They start, not even 3 days, and these guys are already like, okay, is our investment going somewhere good and all this kind of thing, and it's just causing more and more issues. And then his brother takes him to a psychic, and she figures out that, again, he is in a bad place and he needs help fast. So she tells him to go to this other guy where apparently he has the ability to save their daughter, but they have to make a deal, a sacrifice. So him and his wife go, and when they finally make this deal, it's a very supernatural esque type of feeling where he makes a deal, and the deal that we don't know the deal that Mark makes. So I'm assuming he wanted to get all the debt off, which evidently he did, because at one point in the movie they were wanting to. And again, we don't know how much time has passed, but the ones that he was dealing with, which I'm assuming was in the mob, was they were gonna do something to them, but apparently his debt got cleared somehow, some way, and she made a deal with this unknown entity, and she had no idea what was going to happen, because again, she was very big into prayer. She was very a big believer in God, and it was just really hard for her, because it's like, why would someone go through this when why would you have a child and then your child gets taken away from you? And again, that's a very big scene, especially for me who has lost a child. And when we go through the entirety of the film, we find out that Valentina has a background of, unfortunately, she's lost her mother, she's lost her aunt, she's lost almost every female in her family. And we find out, unfortunately, there has been a curse upon her family to where every daughter will get cancer, and this demon, or it could be the devil, it could just be a bad demon, goes to every single one and tries to make a deal with them, and to basically a life for a life. And when her mother did that, and then her mother in spirit form was trying to warn her not to do the same thing she did, and then she found out her father was alive, even though the priest that she's been going to for years has always looked out for her, but he never told her the truth until way later. So she did make the deal, and we find out that unfortunately, with this deal, she's gonna have to do the same thing. Which again, with between Mark and his father-in-law and her, they fight off this entity, and it just doesn't work. And she makes a sacrifice, trying to sacrifice herself for her daughter, which she does. And it's one of those, okay, here goes the cycle yet again. I don't think the cycle was put down because, again, they put her mother's ashes to rest, but at the same time, she still died. Valentina still died because she was trying to protect her daughter because it was either going to be her or her daughter. And she chose herself, like, hey, I'm going to go out, protecting my daughter, which, again, anyone would do. But it's like you're gonna have to worry about your daughter. You're gonna have to worry about your grandchild at the next generation about however many years later. So it just was really crazy for this film because I didn't expect it to go the way that I was planning. And it was just kind of a letdown because it was like, okay, where exactly is this going? Because the film steers you in one direction and it actually ends up in another direction. And sometimes that could be a good thing, other times that can be very disappointing. And it feels like with this film, it just was going in two different directions and it led you down one specifically for the ending. And I'm also going to say this on another note. I'm not sure if it was just me or anyone else that has seen this film. The audio in this film was very low. I'm not sure if it was done on purpose or because they were talking low, or I don't think it was my TV or anything of that nature, but it just feels like this audio was very, very, very low. And again, we all know with certain actors, they talk low, or sometimes that the audio's low. I don't know. It really felt like that this movie could have been better than what it was. I'm not saying this is a horrible movie, but I'm not saying it's a bad movie. Again, like my other review I did, it was like kind of in the middle, but it's a one and done for me. If you guys have not seen this film, I do recommend at least trying it and giving it a chance, and then having an opinion of it yourself. Like I said, the reason why I do these reviews is to not tell you whether to go see it or not, but to have an opinion on it. And if you resonate with it, cool. If you disagree, that's fine. But at the end of the day, it gives you something to go and review yourself. You don't have to agree with me, you don't have to disagree with me, but at the same time, it gives you a movie that you can go check out and say, hey, I heard about this from Gamester, and he had his opinion on this, but let me have mine. And that's the reason why I do this, and I enjoy doing it. But let me know what you guys think about this movie down in the comments. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and as always, I'm seeing you on the next one.